Hello, dear listener friend. Oh my goodness. I am very pleased to see you here with us today, joining us for this podcast episode.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first episode of Summer Commotion, our special summertime celebration. And as I'll be telling you later in the show, we're going to have to do it a little bit different this time because of forces outside my control, forces that are appalling me, even as I sit here trying to keep a happy face on. But we'll get into that later. My goodness, we have a power-packed show for you today.
Yeah.
Miss Elizabeth, are you ready to enjoy summer as it's never been enjoyed before by anyone ever?
I am ready. We're having so much fun with the Death Metal Festival right now.
Oh.
I am just all go with the Death Metal Festival.
I shouldn't have even brought it up. Yes, dear listener friend, the Death Metal Festival is upon us. I'll be giving you an update about that briefly. I can't think about that right now.
I'm going straight from here to another concert.
Of course you are. Well, we got to focus on positive things. And what I'm going to focus on is our dear listener friend. Thank you so much for downloading today's episode, giving us a listen. If this is your 100th episode, thumbs up. And if this is your first episode, I hope you enjoy yourself. Miss Elizabeth and I are going to strive like champions to entertain you for the next hour or so with comedy and music.
Indeed.
What a concoction.
We have an excellent plan, and also we're kind of on a schedule.
Well, we definitely are. I'm not. No, actually, no, we're not. Yes, I always want to do a tight show, Miss Elizabeth. You know that, but I'm not going to hustle just so you can get out the door to some death metal nonsense. Forget it. I'm going to take my time today. We're going to figure this out, Miss Elizabeth.
Okay.
Dear listener friend, yeah, we got to give you the right amount of attention. Other podcasts, they don't care about the listener at all. They direct their show to each other on their own show. They don't care about the listener. They think the listener is a big sucker for downloading the episode. Well, we don't think that. It's actually the opposite. And I got a bunch of reasons. I got a list here. I got a list of stuff, dear listener friend. The internet is crazy about lists these days, so I'm going to give you my top.
Oh, are you SEOing our podcast
I'm
right now?
SEOing the hell out of this show. This is going to be my top 5 reasons our dear listener friend is aces in my book.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 5, punctual.
Indeed.
Number 4, attentive and engaged.
Yeah.
We don't take that for granted, my dear listener friend. Number 3, tells their friends about the Smile Syndicate Music Hour and aggressively encourages them to listen.
Indeed, yeah.
Number 2, tasteful attire. And the number 1 reason our dear listener friend is aces in my book. See? I was waiting for that Smile Syndicate pneumatic tube to cut me off. And it's not going to happen today. Let's just say I took some precautions. That tube won't be bothering us anymore.
What happened?
Let's just say luck is on my side today, Miss Elizabeth.
Okay.
So the number 1 reason... Oh, come on! I guess it didn't work.
Huh.
Okay. Another crappy message from an anonymous ne'er-do-well. What is it? Open that tube up and what does it say today?
You know I love to get messages from the tube, so here it is. Let's open it up. Okay, so it says, moon on high, sky of black, make this goofball shut his yap.
Okay, already. That's obviously
That's not a song request.
No, it isn't at all. That's from a death metal ne'er-do-well. I have no doubt about it. Didn't sign his name, didn't have the guts. But I don't care, Miss Elizabeth. It'll take more than these death metal fiends to slow me down this month.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. And here's I'm planting a flag in the ground, and I'm gonna defy you to come get it, death metalers. We're gonna listen to a song right now.
What is it?
Banana Bus.
Awesome.
Let's go.
All right. I'm glad that you knew that it was Banana Bus because it wasn't written down here. You ready?
I can't remember everything. I am.
Let's do it. You ready? Let's do this.
Banana Bus. By the Smile Syndicate right here on the Smile Syndicate Music Hour.
It's such a cheerful...
Well, people are loving that song.
Cheerful song. People do love the song. What's the count up to now?
I don't know.
Like
5 million.
It's
got thousands and thousands of listens. People are going banana over it.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
They're going banana.
But when you check that song out on any of the digital platforms, dear listener friend, make sure you remember there are other Smile Syndicate songs. There are indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we've got a whole bunch of fun stuff for the rest of this show. We're not just going to rest on our laurels with that super catchy song. We got more music coming straight at you.
Uh-huh.
We got we're going to check in. We got more music coming straight at you.
Yeah, indeed.
More non-death metal music, I might add.
Well, yeah, because the Smile Syndicate doesn't perform death metal music.
It does not.
That's right.
What it does do is celebrate Summer Commotion 2020 in style, and that means more music. We're going to check in with the Smile Syndicate music chart.
Yeah.
The most over-the-top, insane, crazed, blood frenzy, knee cat-popping music chart in the business.
How long has it been since we last had one of these?
Last one of what?
One of the...
charts?
Yes.
We tend to do it once a week, Miss Elizabeth.
Once a week. Okay, so it's every Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you exposing? Why are you throwing the curtain open? Let our dear listener friend enjoy the show without having to worry about the apparatus behind the scenes.
It's very well thought through, though, isn't it?
It is indeed, because at the end of the show, we're going to be checking in with the marquee song slot.
Okay.
And we got a Smile Syndicate hit right there to play. I'm going back to high school. What do you think about that? You want to just jump right to that and get out of here? Do your death metal stuff?
No.
Forget it. You got a whole
not.
show to do. You're not getting away that easy.
I'm really excited about this show, actually.
Well, you should be, because coming later in the show, it's the first episode. It's the first Monday of the month. So that means Acuscope Horoscope. It's going to be a summer. It's going to be a summer like no other. How are you going to chart your way through it? I don't know. Best use a guide of mysterious origins, and that's my inner mind telling you the lay of the land for the upcoming month. That's the horoscope. Oh,
yeah,
can't wait.
I've actually been missing all of that instruction for the last 6 days, actually. So I'm looking forward to getting my
Monday,
life back on
you should
track.
have calibrated and used the advice from last month, Miss Elizabeth. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, that's what I did. That's what I did. But, I need more. I need perfection.
Well, you're going to get it in spades. But first, I really wish I didn't have to talk about this.
Okay.
I wish none of this was happening.
Okay.
The Smileton Death Metal Festival has finally started in town. 800,000 visitors are now upon us.
Okay, so just to be clear, though.
It's an invasion.
No one's forcing you to talk about this.
Okay, yeah, circumstances are.
Okay.
There's 800,000 ne'er-do-wells in face paint.
Yeah.
They came from all corners of the world.
Yeah.
They didn't tend their own gardens. They decided to come over here and sully ours.
Because they want to celebrate death metal together as a community.
The airport is completely jammed up. It's
is.
nothing but
That's true.
incoming flights only. There's nothing leaving Smileton until the end of the month. Think of that, dear listener friend. How many airplanes? How many thousands? 800,000. That's how many.
They're all just parked like in the fields.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we're log jammed. You can't go anywhere without running into ne'er-do-wells. Yeah. It's horrible.
They're not all ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, that experience is telling me otherwise, Miss Elizabeth. 'Cause a bunch of new hotels. Sometimes something happens. You can build a building really quick to take care of the emergency. Well, Smileton hotels are popping up like dandelions.
Yeah.
They're trying to, but it's still not enough. There's death metal shanty towns starting to appear.
Yeah, because they're
all
camping.
the thousands of but have you seen what those campsites look like? Black tents. Mm-hmm. And
it's death metal
and
camping.
Weird symbols made out of twigs and stuff like that. It looks like a Blair Witch project out there.
It's death metal camping.
So
don't worry, it's all in good fun. There's no actual murders taking place.
I went out there.
Burials or anything like that.
I went out there to document Miss Elizabeth because I don't know what these ne'er-do-wells are up to. So I'm taking pictures and stuff like that.
Are you making a documentary of this whole festival?
Well, we'll see. Because what I saw shocked and appalled me.
Did it?
I saw they were making these big fires and.
Like bonfire.
Yeah, and they're living like Vikings, right? They all have to be like death metal Norse type people.
Yeah.
So they have these what I thought were huge animal carcasses like spinning slowly over fires. I get up close.
So they're cooking.
Fake.
Oh.
It's fake. They're like these weird plastic things. It stinks because it's melting because it is over top of the fire. But you know what they are eating?
What?
Vietnamese takeout.
Yeah.
That Vietnamese place is getting rocked to its foundation.
That's
the lineup
right.
is around the blocks. Well, kudos to the owners for making good food, but jeepers. Why go through the charade, Miss Elizabeth?
It's just for fun. They're having fun. It's death metal playtime, basically.
Not for me. Try getting anywhere around in this town. It's impossible. I went to go get groceries. That should be a relatively peaceful activity. There was a scuffle in the produce section.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
A death metal scuffle.
Two death metal guys fighting over plantains. What?
Wow.
Who does that?
Well, two death metal guys, I guess.
So it settled down. It did get resolved. But like, if you two had been worrying about food, like a competitive food eater, none of this would have happened. I don't know what. So madness. Plantains should not come between people. These death metal people have a screw loose.
Is there a plantain event in the food championship?
Well, I don't know. Officially, there isn't going to be a food championship because this death metal festival.
I just mean in general.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen, Miss Elizabeth. My competitive food eating friends were looking so forward to having the North American Food Association of Steel Food Championship 2020 take place in Smileton in July. This festival comes, boots it into the fall, and then what are we going to do? Well, yeah, I told you what I did. Or hang on. My food eating friends have come to town anyway, Miss Elizabeth. I told you that earlier, maybe last week. We're going to have this competition anyway, and it's going to be guerrilla style. Hit and roll and rock and roll. We're going to be jumping on a street corner, shoving down the hot dogs, and take off like the blazes.
So you are still going to do the food championship.
It's going to be scattershot. It's going to be guerrilla style.
Okay.
It's going to be true to the form, but it's going to have to be ad hoc.
Okay.
So, and there's barely any room for us to do that anyway. There's no parking in this town anymore. Not every, so the airport's completely jammed up. It's not just that. Other people have been driving here. Turns out there's too many Canadian death metal fans. They all come from every province and territory. They're cramming the streets, and you know what they're all driving?
What?
Hearses. They're all driving hearses.
Yes.
I guess that's the death metal vehicle de jour.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It looks ridiculous. I would be laughing if I wasn't so nauseated.
Yeah, most of them are just like converted station wagons, really.
Yeah. Crudely painted black, and with the hearse, so a flashing light on top like a police car. You know, the classic hearse siren thing.
Yeah, some of them are like during Halloween they become like Ghostbusters, the Ghostbusters vehicle.
Okay, you make fun, but I'm not loving this. The hearses are everywhere, and worst of all, the food court.
What about
completely overrun in the it's my refuge. My refuge in the mall.
I know they're making money hand over fist there.
So, yeah, because you got these death metal families.
Yeah.
But these kids, they all have face paint. They're all noisy. You've never seen such misbehaving kids, Miss Elizabeth. These death metal families. I don't know what
really
they've got to learn the meaning of the word discipline.
Just because they're playing guitars in the food court doesn't mean
they're not.
They're
running around. They're yelling. They're horseplay. Death metal kids should be seen and not heard, Miss Elizabeth. That should go without saying.
What did you just say?
Death metal kids should be seen and not heard.
Come on.
Not even seen. They should be in the back of the hearse.
That's crazy.
So this is impacting the food eating. I'm not happy about that. It's impacting my life. I can't have a moment's peace.
Yeah.
And it's impacting my friends, Miss Elizabeth.
Like who?
Dr. Gone.
Well, he's always in some kind of a way.
No, but he was like 800. He's a space case. He's a casualty in the 60s. He's always on something. He's got a skewed perspective on reality.
And even if he's not on something, he's been affected by things in the 60s.
But the thing is, even he was he was clear-headed enough to go, wait a minute, 800,000 new people?
Yeah.
I'm a dentist. This could be a boon for me.
Exactly.
I could have tons of new patients.
See, now
nothing,
you're thinking.
Crickets. And you know what and then he goes, you've never seen such clean teeth.
Oh.
These death metal people are flossing and brushing.
Yeah.
They're not cutting Dr. Gone any slack at all. One more reason to hate him. So ridiculous. And I told you, food eaters, they came to town anyway.
Okay.
And
how are their hygiene skills with
impeccable.
Their teeth? Okay.
But there's tension.
Oh, okay.
The food eaters are walking around, and it's not, they realize they're ambassadors now. It's not just they're competing with each other. They're fighting the good fight for competitive food eating. So they're walking around boldly, provocatively eating hot dogs. 5 at a time.
Oh, wow.
Just a little beautiful gesture of defiance.
Okay, provocatively eating hot dogs.
Shoving them. Oh, provocative because your buddy, the organizer of this crap festival, he's banned. He got in his head that he could ban competitive food eating for the month.
Yes. No
legal right to do that at all. But it took hold. People are not expecting competitive food eating, and we get looked askance at if we start doing that. So it's defiance now.
Well done on the word askance, I think. Use of the word askance.
Well, oh, thanks. That makes everything better. Jerry.
I like that word.
Winston the Food King.
Yes.
They're my friends. Winston the Food King's my buddy now. I got to know him through this competitive food eating thing.
Yes.
They're newcomers to the field. Jerry, my life coach. they're amateurs when you compare it to some of the other world-class talent that snuck into town.
By the way, I feel like I need to say I don't feel like this championship, the food eating championship, should have been canceled. And of course, I don't think you're. Yeah, I'm just letting you know that I'm not against you on that.
Good.
I mean, I think it's gross, and I don't think it's an appealing event at all. But I think that it should be allowed to take place.
Where were you a month ago, Miss Elizabeth? These are hollow words now because the festival's happening. You could have picked up the banner with us and got this thing kiboshed. Now you're telling me you support me?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
it's
a hollow thing.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm all for the death metal festival, obviously. I just don't think it needs to overrun the whole food eating championship, which can happen in whatever way it can possibly happen.
I was trying to tell you that adversity is making us competitive food eaters that much more tightly knit.
Good.
I was trying to tell you, Winston and Jerry. Jerry started choking on a hot dog, and normally competitive food eaters, it's like, well, you fell in the quicksand, you're on your own. Winston jumped in there and helped them out, cleared that air pipe. So good on them.
Teamwork.
Good. They're proud. They compete honorably.
Yeah.
So that's honor.
Okay.
That's something that death metal ne'er-do-wells should learn one or two things about. So. Well, that's probably enough for one update, but I can't leave it at that because something good happened. This was all, I kind of pulled a fast one on you, Miss Elizabeth, as you well know. Something else did happen on the first day of the Death Metal Festival. There was a press conference.
That's true.
Jorg was there, and Rick the Stick Jeffries, that horrible, crappy shock jock. He was the master of festivities there, and our inept corrupt mayor, Patty Pepper, was there. Jorg's crew, which includes Miss Elizabeth, if you can believe it. She's on that death metal podcast and 90 other ones.
Yeah.
Christoph, Karl Heinz, Conrad, and Otto. The whole crew was there.
Yeah, I'm surprised you know all of their names.
Oh, it's burned in my memory, Miss Elizabeth, especially with what happened at the press conference.
Cool.
So first of all, Rick the Stick, what a phony baloney. He's Mr. Death Metal now. He goes whichever way the wind blows.
Of course, he's like a promotional type guy.
So I don't know how you could sit there smiling next to him and turn my stomach again a little bit, Miss Elizabeth.
Me? How
you're just you're as proud as punch being up there, Queen of the Ball, Miss Death Metal 2020. That's not to
say that I like Rick the Stick.
Well, you could have fooled me with that grin.
Good.
Mayor Patty Pepper, she was in death metal makeup. Clown show. How could you put up with that, Miss Liz? She's no death metal fan either. You at least have your death metal bona fides.
Thank you.
Mayor Patty Pepper does not. She's a phony baloney, just like Rick the Stick.
We all know that.
Dr. Gone is blowing her kisses. That was one funny thing.
Yeah. He's got a crush on
Dr. Gone has got a crush on our inept corrupt Mayor Patty Pepper. He's turning on the charm. She will succumb. I have no doubt.
Eventually, yeah.
But I don't need to see it.
Okay, well, I don't think they'll do it in public.
So it's a press conference. Jorg he's organized this festival. He's Mr. Death Metal. He's a death metal community leader.
Yeah.
This is his day in the sun. It's the day he's dreamed of. And you want to explain his outfit to me? Well, so my dear listener friend, he had like a black pirate puffy shirt on, like from Seinfeld. He had pantaloons on, and he had
pirate shirt,
and he had a do rag. He looked like a death metal pirate.
Yeah.
And then he just gets up to the microphone and he's all, my friends. And then he just started crying.
Yeah,
he was moved beyond words.
Very emotional.
There was murmurs of sympathy, and I was
he's very soft-hearted. He's got a very deep well of emotion.
I'm sure he's a sweetheart while he's crushing my competitive food eating dreams and my plans for the summer. Why don't I get to cry?
Well, you do, and I think you do frequently.
Well, I knew I shouldn't have gone to you for sympathy, Miss Elizabeth. That was a big mistake. So Jorg gets himself together. He gets on a jag. He's thanking everybody. This is his big dream. It's his dream come true. This is the biggest cultural event ever. Yada yada.
Well, it kind of is.
And Jorg getting honored at the opening banquet that was going to happen later that evening.
Just hang on. I forget what I'm supposed to say to this.
Or just like, yeah, that's right. I'll tell you all about it.
Okay.
It was lovely, and I'll tell you all about it on the news.
Okay.
I'll just start that again.
Yeah.
So he gets his act together, and then he starts getting on a jag. He's thanking everybody. Oh, my dreams come true. This is the biggest cultural event ever. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And then apparently you're getting honored at the opening night banquet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll tell you all about it on the news.
Oh, okay, good. Because I'm not gonna let you because I know what happened there too. You're not gonna sidestep this story because I know what's coming. This is hilarious. So the whole crew of ne'er-do-wells from that podcast is up there, and one of your friends, Otto, starts making a move to the microphone.
Yeah.
And Jorg notices, and he just goes, "Oh, I guess my good friend Otto has something to say." And he steps aside, and Otto just grabs the mic, and it was hilarious. Miss Elizabeth, it meant you laughed even on the inside. You looked like you were angry, but it was funny. Otto. So why was Otto, the death metal fan on the death metal podcast, yelling stuff like this festival's going to destroy the town? Haha, you fools. The plan is working perfectly. Death metal doesn't care about your crappy town. Down with the competitive food eaters. Down with the competition. Down with Smileton. Oh, that was a kerfluffle. Jorg was shocked. You were shocked. Did you stick around long enough to see the resolution of that?
No, I didn't, and that was pretty weird.
It was weird because you got pranked.
Oh.
That wasn't Otto. That was my good buddy Nathan. He was been dressed up as Otto for 5 days. Think of that, Miss Elizabeth. He took his place in his life.
Who was it, Nathan?
Nathan, my university student buddy. He makes weird avant-garde films. He dressed up.
So he's been like practicing with the bands and everything in costume
that everything
and
Otto did in the last 5 days was Nathan, which I told you the prank was happening already.
So
no one even knew.
That involved replacing Otto. Where's Otto?
Well, that is a good question.
I
don't know where Otto is.
Okay.
I kind of left that detail to Nathan and his friends. I assume it got taken care of.
I wouldn't assume that. I think we better track him down.
He's fine, I'm
sure. If he's missing and he hasn't made contact, this is a little bit, could be an emergency.
No, he's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, but
did they send him on vacation or something?
Who knows?
Well,
it's not really material right now. The Otto I care about was the genius prankster who's wiping the makeup off his face, and then as he was wiping the makeup off, it became clear, Miss Elizabeth, that I too had been pranked. It wasn't even Nathan.
Oh,
it was one of Nathan's buddies. So he pulled the old switcheroo on me just as a private joke, and I realized the H-bomb that he dropped, the hilarious bomb that he dropped on everybody. I got hit with some of the fallout too, and I couldn't have been happier, Miss Elizabeth.
Wow.
So just a ruckus.
So maybe Otto and Nathan are together somewhere.
Well, I don't know. Quite frankly, I've got bigger fish to fry than Otto.
Well, I'm going to definitely track him down right away.
What I'm saying is that prank was so brilliantly executed that this festival has been shaken to its core.
Okay.
People are going to say, those death metal people mean Smileton harm. We better boot these guys right out of here. That's what's going to happen, Miss Elizabeth.
Okay.
And I couldn't be happier.
Okay, so hang on
This is going to be a great summer after all.
This is the prank you were talking about. This was the prank. We're done pranking now.
I'm not saying anything, Miss Elizabeth.
This is enough of a prank.
A keen statistician knows that he has to account for multiple contingencies.
Okay. Well, I'm wanting to account for the contingency that Otto is okay.
He's fine.
Okay.
You know who isn't fine?
Who? Thank you very much for watching this Smile Syndicate video. If you liked it and you want more, come on over to locals.com and you can check it out for free with a promo code. See you over there.
Father said